morning with a plan. And me personally, I think the plan should not necessarily be to recruit a person. It should be to make a friend. You want to make as many friends as you can make in one day and find out what that person needs. If you go into the relationship trying to recruit a person, you're going to turn them off immediately. So you want to you want friends, not fans. Friends, not fans. That's what I want everybody to do. You want to make as many friends a day as you can, and you'll be a millionaire in this industry. If you can make as many friends as you can. He said, in other words, anyone can become successful in this industry. It doesn't matter. You could have made 1,000,000 mistakes. And the best part is that others have already blazed the trail. So this is not nothing that network marketing is not on trial anymore. We're not on trial. We have, all the millionaires that I know outside of the music industry are coming from the network marketing industry. Holden Bowles, one of my personal heroes, and Organo Gold. It took him 5 different ones to become successful. 5 different ones. He was in 5 different opportunities, but he never quit any of them. He rode them to the end. And he makes over $1.25 million a month. He's the master distributor for Organo Gold. And the best part, like you said, there are things that you'll hear over and over again as the principles to success in MLMs. Here's the top 5. Everybody's heard this one, but I have to say it again, be coachable. Most of the people in this room now have people on their team, whether it's 1 person, 2 people, 5 people. So you want your team to be coachable. And something Sonic said the other day I thought was pretty phenomenal Thursday night. He said you'll be able to tell who's coachable because when you call that play, they're gonna run that play. Like the play that I called was, did everybody get their poster? And I'm gonna go back to that because it's super important to get that poster. I have one. The reason, imagine waking up every morning, looking at, when you go to computer, we've gotten so computer, like whatever, that everything looks inorganic to me on the computer. It doesn't look real. When I write down a person's name, it took me effort to do that. We want everything to be easy. See, when you buy a board and you write down that person's name across the list, 30 or whatever, 10, whoever you have, and then up under them place that person under there, it gives you a real good look at where you are. Because everybody in this room, initial goal should be international executive. And it says you need 15 directs, and 3 of those people have to have 10. When you get to that level, that's going to put a couple thousand a month in your pocket while you're working a full-time job. And if you sell 100 platinum clubs, which is starting to become easier and easier for me to do, because I'm getting everybody to get one, that's that Mercedes right there. You just solved a major problem. And I'm going to tell you something. When I had my F-150, it was different when I rolled up to a travel party. The BMW is a little different. And it's not even the best BMW they have. But it just gives a different, you know what I'm saying? Can everybody agree with that? That luxury car, when you roll up, it kind of validates, because perception, has everybody ever heard perception is everything? So if you want that Mercedes, there it is. You need 15, and see if you got 3, you see on the computer, it looks disappointing. But on paper, you see potential. Like, man, I ain't that far away. I'm only, and it's not far. If you have 2, you're only 13 away. You're not 1,300 away. You're 13 away. And then you have to find the people that you can throw the ball to. You only need 3 people to go deep. Remember, wide for the show, deep for the dough. So you need 3 people to go deep. Then when you call that play, every time you call that play, hey, get a poster board. And I want your team to get a poster board. And then they fired up about getting a poster board, and then their team gets the poster board because they fired up about it. But if you don't get fired up, then your team won't be fired up. So that's the first thing. Be coachable. When you run that play, you'll know who's coachable on your team because they'll have their poster board or whatever play you decide to call. okay? But I promise you, when you write out your life right there, when you write that thing out, man, you be like, man, all I need is, then you just start understanding, let me get one more, and then let me get one more, and it starts filling up. And then you're understanding why are people quitting? Because you're not helping them. Because you're not helping them. That's the number one reason, because you're not helping them. So, and you know how you can tell you're not helping them? When you look at your list and nobody has nobody's name under there. See, a coach doesn't sit back and say, do push-ups. When we played football, when the coach left out the room, we had somebody by the door looking for the coach to make sure. And then when he came, that's when we started acting like we was doing. You understand? When the coach leave the room or the teacher leave the room, what y'all used to do? Throw paper, throw cookies and stuff, you know, because you're a teacher. You know what I'm saying? When you go out the room, it's party time. You know, when the teacher go out, even if it's 2 minutes, remember, it was party time for them 2 minutes. Right? Now, same thing with you. If you call your team and say, hey, put a list together, they're not going to do it. You got to say no. You got to call that person that's truly interested in winning and say, listen, who are we calling today? See, that's what a coach does. A coach coaches. A coach don't leave it up to you. Like you, and see, like Tawana, she was one of the ones I got to international quick because she called me and said, man, I want you to give me the international. And that's what we did. So she did her part, I did my part. Right? So I was like, who we calling today? Remember? I kept getting on your nerves every single day, pushing her. That's what a coach do. Coach go, nah. Everybody go see Creed. You'll see what a coach do. That's a great movie, by the way. Creed. Oh man, it's gonna push you. That's what it takes. We not playing for $1 a week. We want the big money. So when you find your person on your team that you want to get to international, coach them. Okay? That's so important. And guess what? If they're not listening, they're not the ones. That's why you got to have 40 to 50 people that you personally sponsor. So, you're a recruiter and a builder. You can't build if you don't recruit. But don't just be a recruiter. You have to become a builder. But you cannot be a builder if you don't what? Exactly. So you got to do your part. Your part is to find the players on the team. Be coachable. MLM is a business of duplication. Good and bad habits are both duplicated. Look at this room. Right? The people that want to win are in this room, right? I got thousands of people on my team, and what? 15 people are here in Atlanta, right? In Atlanta, I say I have 400 or 500 people on my team in Atlanta. So, and guess what? And I'm still gonna do 2 travel parties tomorrow, right? For the people, I don't turn nothing down. You know, I'll be with Miss Diane tomorrow, whatever it is. Anybody want to work, I want to work too, right? So, it's a business of duplication. I try to set a great example. No matter when I'm on the airplane, if I could physically make it back to Atlanta on Sundays, I'm here with no excuses. Okay? And I live in Douglasville. Okay? So, Tawana live in Rockdale County. Right?
We're neighbors.
Right? So, good and bad habits are what?
Duplicate.
If you don't come, your team won't come. Right? And then you got to start calling your team out. How come? Like, you got to actually start calling your team. You can't call your team. You can't forward a message. That stuff is done. You got to actually physically pick up the phone and call, listen, don't forget to meet. Right? High tech. We're doing too much high tech stuff. What about high touch? What about actually calling somebody the traditional way? I think it would help your business if you would come to the Success Lab on Sundays. Because you look back, listen, when I used to show up on Tuesday meetings, before we said this, I was embarrassed when I didn't have no teammates there with me. It was embarrassing. And that's how you got to start feeling like, man, my team ain't with me, because it's a reflection of you. Like, if you can't get your team to come to the Success Lab, then something's going on. 1 day a week, right? To invest in their business that they paid their $149. Am I right, y'all? So you got to have that kind of embarrassment. Like, you got to be mad. Like, man, look, do you want to win or not? I mean, guys, let's stop being scared of the people that we recruited, that they're going to quit. Because it's better that they quit now than later. Actually call them and say, do you really want to be in this business? If so, then you need to start doing something. If not, then, God bless you. You know what I'm saying? It's been good, but you're not going to be successful, and then you're going to talk about the business and say it didn't work. Right? So we got to stop being scared of people quitting, guys. Okay? Everybody write that down? Please be scared. Please stop being scared of people quitting. You have to please start getting your team to participate in their own success. So be coachable. Good and bad habits are duplicatable. Unfortunately, this guy said he wasn't very coachable in the beginning. I was successful in traditional business and figured I could do the same thing in network marketing. How many of us have recruited people that were professionals in other businesses and they thought they could do half a little something over here, and you know, they successful doctors, lawyers, or whatever they are, then they got in this industry and didn't recruit one person. But they thought that they were so-and-so, right, that they could just, because I'm Dr. Johnson, I can just tell everybody to come. And it didn't work for them, then they said network marketing don't work. Because they thought they could make 1 or 2 calls, right? How many people on our team have we identified like that? You know, you have to call them and say, listen, I know why you're not successful, because you're not participating in your own success. So this guy says it. He says he figured he could just come through because he was the bomb in his other company, and people were just going to suddenly roll with him because he was Dr. So-and-so from Emory University, right? But I promise you, in this industry, it's the plumbers and stuff that's making all the money. The dude that was, you know, cutting grass for a living. You know what I'm saying? Those are the hungry people, right? The next thing he said was, boy, was he wrong, because I didn't listen to my upline leaders. I didn't make any money at first. Successful MLMers have been there, done that, and have the paycheck to prove it. So be coachable and duplicate their success. So when I was at Comcast, Mr. Harris, I never let $10 stop me from not going to that meeting. I would tell him, man, I want to come, and then he, you know, he would help sometimes. You understand what I'm saying? You know what I mean? I don't want anybody to not come to this meeting because, you know, of a financial situation, because I've been that person where I needed a little help in the beginning. You understand what I'm saying? So that's what we're here for, to help as much as we can. Not abuse though, but help. Okay? So whenever I had the money I paid, and a couple times I didn't, Mr. Harris would take care of me in the initial stages. So, you know, that is very important that everybody make a commitment to be here every Sunday, not with not only a guest, but with your business partner. Because this is what you look like right now. If your team's not here, what kind of coach are you? Right? If your team don't show up to play, how can you win the game? Like if it's game day, right? And we get ready to play the Chicago Bulls, and only 5 of my players showed up, we're gonna lose. We're gonna lose, right? Same thing with you. On game day, this game day, what's the one day that, well, Thursday for you guys, but what's the other day, right, for this team No Excuses and our new friends? What day is game day? Sunday. Right? So we came to win, right? So the strategy is to put the people, it's 2 strategies. To inspire the team you have, and to bring in new business partners. And where can you do that? Because guess what? Your team, because they're not here, are they missing something right now? Do you think they're missing something, first of all?
Yes.
Do you think if they was hearing it, would it help? Right? So see, you can't duplicate moments. You can take as many notes as you want to, and notes is really good for you, but you want to put people in front of the information firsthand. It's very, very important that they understand how important it is to be a part of their own success. The next thing, develop your dreams and goals. Studies have shown that very few people have written dreams and goals, and those that do achieve higher levels of success. That's why it's so important to put that computer down and get that pencil and paper and that bulletin board and put it on the wall and look at you. I look at myself every day. 90 people away from national diamond. Okay? And I can't put another person in a couple legs because I'm maxed out. I have to create another leg because you can't have more than 525 people per leg. And I got one leg with 1,000 people in it. Mm-hmm. So I see Gulfport, Louisiana. I'm calling it right now. I know why you think I'm going there again? I just came back. The pastor I just recruited, I'm back on the airplane Friday, going back. Why? Because he put 15 people in so far. Why did I choose to go there instead of Rochester, New York? Because they put 3 in. And then I called them way more than they called me. My phone blow up all day. Derek Payton is the truth. I'm telling everybody that right now. Because he called me. See, my personal directs, I know the ones that I'm going to work with and the ones that I don't. Like, my Rochester thing, if it pick up, it's cool. But ask me, do I care if it don't? I swear on everything I love, I don't. They don't have to put another person in there. Why? Because I'm going to keep going wide. I'm going to keep adding more talent to my roster. And then the Derek Payton's going to show up. Why? Because how do you know when you got a Derek Payton? When that dude will call you every day with somebody on the phone, with his teammate on the phone, those are the people you want to work with. You want to work with the people that want to work with you, right? So when I made that choice to go to Rochester or Gulfport, I went to Gulfport. And that's going to be the person to put them 90 people. Now, guess what happens? He's going to become international executive. The pastor going to become international executive. We're going to break our first diamond in Gulfport, Louisiana. I mean, Mississippi, because they get mad when I say, forget it when it's not Louisiana. It's Mississippi. And I'm intentional about that. I absolutely know that I need 90 people out of that one leg. And I need it in the next 30 days. 45 that's my absolute last resort, 45 days, right there, okay? So I need that one leg. So when you looking at, but guess what? Even with all the people on my team, guess whose name is on my list? Gary Payton. And I got every person on this team right there. How many do we need? 90. You don't need 64. That ain't gonna get me there. You need how many? 90. That's my point. So when you have it actually written out on this board, it's different than the computer. The computer looks fake. This thing tell you the truth right here. That's why it's so important, number one, to go back to being coachable, because if you do it, then your team will do it. You want to be international executive, it takes 15 people, not 12, not 1 with 10, you need 3. Your life changes instantly. And you can see it. And when I pick between to go to Rochester and Gulfport, I'm sorry. You get 1 chance with me. That's all you get with me. Like, the day that you don't call me back, when you tell me you're going to do something, then I'm never calling you again until you call me. And I don't care if you never call me again. And that's how you guys got to be too. You know what I mean? So, Gulfport, I need 90 people. You know how sometimes you can miss a blessing trying to make somebody else do something that they don't want to do? Anybody experiencing that? Headache, you calling your person they don't want to do? Man, leave them right where they at. See, I'm going to tell y'all the truth. Leave them right where they at. Just keep looking for in a deck of cards, there's always 4 aces. It may take you 52. It may take you 52 cards to turn over until you find that ace. But it's 4 aces. That's all you need. And when you find them, run with them like I'm running with this dude because he wants to run with me. And we run because he want to get international. He said he want to get international. That's what I need. I need somebody that wants to be international. And so do you. It's the only way you're going to run deep. Okay? Does everybody in here want to be rich? That's what it takes. It don't take calling a person, begging them, and it takes making hard decisions. Because I had to make that call. Because my initial place that was on my calendar was Rochester, New York. I told him I'd be there on the 12th. I had to call him and remember? I had to call him and say, look, I'm not coming. Your slot has been filled by Gulfport, Louisiana, and here's the reason why. Now, if you want me in Rochester, New York, this is what I need you to do. Or I want you to just go ahead and quit now. And that's the conversation I'm willing to have with each and every person in my organization. Because at the end of the day, those are the people that give MLM a bad name. The people that don't do the work part. It's called network marketing. It's not called net marketing. You know what I'm saying? So I'd rather be to quit right now, so that you won't be out there bad mouthing the game. Oh, it didn't work. No, you stopped. You quit. You're a quitter. Then you want to make our industry look bad. So yeah, identify your team. You can't do it unless. So if you didn't get you, it says it right here. Studies have shown that very few people have written dreams. It didn't say internet dreams, where a lot of people write it on, that's cool, but written dreams and goals, yet those who do achieve high levels of success. Right? Because you're writing it down. Every morning you're getting up and it's in your face. Man, I got 12 people. You know what, man? If you got 2 people, you're only 13 people away. I want you to understand that. I want you to really understand that it doesn't take a lot to become an international executive in our company now. It's hundreds and hundreds of international executives out here right now. Imagine what that's going to do for your life when you add that guaranteed $3 grand a month coming in. That's going to change your life. That's $36,000 a year. In addition to what you're doing at your job, right? So, it also says, ask yourself if time and money weren't inhibitors, what would your life look like? Describe your dream house in great detail. Likewise, get a mental image of your dream cars, vacation, wardrobe, lifestyle. Listen, on your off day, go drive that Mercedes. Go drive it. There you go. So it's in your system, right? You have a burning desire. Do you have a burning desire? Like, is it eating you up? You want that thing. You felt it? When you have that kind of burning desire, it begins to become reality for you. Because I'm not karma king and all that, like I'm not super spiritual and all of that, but I am a subscriber of thought. What you think about, whether good or bad, is what's going to happen to you. It's just simply going to happen to you. So, all the books that I've read said experience the feeling of something and it will materialize. Drive in that neighborhood and just park your car and get out and walk in that neighborhood and experience the feeling of what it feels like to be in that neighborhood that you want and aspire to live in. That's what this is saying. It's saying stretch. I do it. I'm going to tell you what, I already know where I want to live. Okay? And people pass it every day and don't know what's back there on Bowden Road. I'm telling you. There's some mansions back there, buddy. And people walk around with little poodles and stuff. You know what I'm saying? And it's quiet and it's off the beaten path. And I go over there. And I found it on Waze one day. You know how Waze take you around the traffic? Yeah. And I was like, oh my God, where did this come from? And I drive over there all the time now just to experience that feeling. Right? So, write your stuff down. Take the time to actually, and see, when you understand a dream is a big picture and goals are steps that will help you get to those dreams. That's why you got to have your goals and your dreams have to be connected. For example, let's say your car is a Mercedes SL65 that costs $225,000. The monthly payment is $3,800. What are the steps you need to take to achieve that dream? Mr. Manning giving away the S-Class. $2,000 he's going to give you towards that thing. Sweet. You see? See, all of these things, the Chad Thompson and the Chinaza and Dusans of this world, they have a purpose behind their passion. And if it don't have nothing to do with, do you know how many seconds do you have to talk to Chinaza if it's not about vacation? Like a half of a second. That's how these people win it. Like, You can't call Chad Thompson and ask him, did he look at the Lakers game? Because guess what he's going to do? Hang up on you. Right? Right? That's how laser focused you have to be about your dreams. Like, you can't call Billy Thurston and say, hey man, did you see this so-and-so? Unless we on vacation, you know, on a vacation, right? But when we working, when I'm working, which is when I'm not on vacation, you gotta call me about vacation. And you know, that's just what it is, unless you're my granddaughter, right? Because I'll email you and tell you how good my mom's doing. You want to call and ask that kind of stuff. I'll email you, you know what I'm saying? But if you call me during business hours, it has to be about vacation. Now, I know this for a fact because I've been coached by the best. And I have called him and tried to talk silly stuff. Like DB, y'all know who he was. Donald Bradley, right? When I used to call him, it was straight to the point. What you want, what you got, what you need. That was the conversation. What you got, what you need, what you want. Man, no. I gotta call you back. Because you know why? You have a certain amount of time in the day to get this done. Who wants to get it done? Now, if you're talking about football games, and what happened on Empire, then what happened? I mean, what you doing? So, again, success is intentional. Write down your dreams. Now, also be authentic. It's better to be an okay you than to fake somebody else. Okay? Every single leader in vacation has a different style. You have to find your own. Donald Bradley used to talk about airports. The dude knew how many people lived in the city of California. I can't do that. I'm not interested in knowing how many people live in California. You know what I'm saying? You know, Sonic is an IT guy. He gonna talk about, he gonna be technical. Everything with him is A, B, C, D, right? I can't do that. Me, I'm a hard dude. I come from right here, right? That's what I do. And some people, you know, so it's winter, summer, spring, fall. There's a personality for us all. You have to find yours. You have to find your voice, right? And become the best you can become. Now, the next thing, work. The part that everybody hates. Like, everybody want to be rich, but nobody wants to do network marketing. It's probably produced more millionaires, okay? Our industry has produced more millionaires than any other industry, and although each of these people built their businesses with different companies and using different methods, they all did one thing. What's the one thing they did?
Work.
That's what, listen, you gotta prepare for game day. This is the one day. If your team is not here, you gotta be embarrassed. I want you to be so mad at yourself that you couldn't get your team to come. And then if they don't, you gotta call them out. Man, listen, if you can't come to the Success Lab one day a week, right, Brother Jay? Are you really trying to win? Because you're trying to make me look bad, man. Because you're going to go tell everybody I got you in this thing, and it didn't work. And people like you, I can't stand them. They're killing our industry, man. I'd rather for them to go work at the Walmart or something. If you want that, right? Because I know you lied. And I know you're not telling the truth. You didn't do nothing. You did not. I called you, you did not call me back. I sent you emails. I sent you, dude, stop lying. Tell the people what you didn't do. So it's so important, guys. We got to be busting out this room. You know why we didn't knock this wall down yet? Because I'm not impressed with the room yet. Why should I add another $1,000 burden? Because we pay this thing, whether somebody come or whether they don't. Okay? All this stuff got to be paid. So I want a problem. I want it to be hot in here and there's too many people and the seats is packed. And it should be. It should be. It absolutely should, like every person's teammate should be in here. It's a reflection of you. If you can't get your team to game day, then the guests, man, we should be having to get up because the guest is here. Like we should be standing right here, all of us, out the way. Right, Jay? Yeah. Should be out the way. All this should be guests. It ain't that many chairs, it's 50. That's what it is. We at least 25 guests, right? Game day, though. Listen, Sunday is game day. So, when you got it written out, Jasmine, when you got it written out, you look at your person, you identify your 3, just like I'm doing. I need 90 people from Dairy Paper. And watch me get it. I guarantee you on everything I love, that dude is going to have 90 people on his team in the next 35 to 45 days. Because guess what? I'm spending my money renting cars, flying out there, and staying 2 days in hotels. This is my second time in 30 days going out there. Guess what? I'm going to go 3 more times, and then I'm never going to have to go again. Now watch that. That's called duplication. I guarantee you I won't have to go again. And when I do go again, it's going to be a super Saturday. I started San Francisco. The Bay Area that y'all see right now, me and when Sunday Channel and I went out there, was 2 people in San Francisco. Remember that, Sunday?
Yes, sir.
2 people. Now it's, what, 4,000 people in San Francisco? And 1,000 of them on our team? Same thing in Gulfport. It's going to be, next thing you know, it'll be a Super Saturday. And guess who don't have to be there? Billy Thurston. I'll show up for the Super Saturday and just count my money. And that's real talk. Because I did the what?
The work.
I did the work, so I deserve it. It's fair. Just like you, if you win, and you win. That's what I love about this industry. It's not favoritism. I deserve it. I want it. So I'm going to go out there and I'm going to invest my money. I'm going to rent that car. I'm going to take that crazy airplane you got to take. It's a propeller. It is. Because it's a small airport. You know, you got to fly to the big thing and then get on the small little thing. I'm going to do it. Again. And be just as nervous as I was the first time. Because the ceiling is right here when you get in. I'm not even tall. I'm like this getting on the plane. You know, like, man, is this the plane? It is this long? So guys, the work part, man. MLM isn't a get-rich scheme. You only get rich through hard what?
Work.
But you can get rich. What I love about this is you can get rich. Come on, the evidence is in. Y'all saw Chanaza post. She's showing it to y'all now. You saw what? Look at her living room.
On Christmas.
Look at her Christmas living room. I'm like, good Lord. That was a good Lord Christmas holiday, wasn't it? That thing was shining. And that's a single woman with 2 kids. Okay? That's getting paid. She's getting paid, man. With the Gucci purses and luggage and stuff. You see her posting all the, oh yeah, Louis. See, there you go. Louis. You see? Right. That's right. Let's say, okay, one of the main differences I see in those who fail and those who succeed is their level of work. Most people who failed treated their MLM business like a doggone hobby. Look at what it said. What did it say?
Hobby.
Like a what?
Hobby.
And it's gonna pay you like a hobby. See, a hobby is something you do, you know, I'm just, you know what I've never let anybody say? You still in that travel thing little? Like, nah, dude, you the one at the little thing you work at. I never let people, you ain't gonna call my thing a travel thing. Has anybody ever said that to you?
Yes.
Check them instantly. Check them right then and there. Man, please, what you talking about? No. So, this is a business, guys. Everybody do understand, right? In MLM, let me tell you something too. I want y'all to really understand something, and I say this from my heart. I would never be broke again, with or without vacation. Once you learn how to build a team, you could build it. We could sell these doggone things. If one come out with the right comp plan, I'll sell these. You understand? I'm telling you now, a lot of people getting it twisted. They think it's this company, that's why they value. Oh, I'm going to Planet, you just confused. Because you still don't even understand wherever you go, you taking yourself.
Exactly.
You can't hide, that's the one person you can't hide from. You can't hide from you. You can't hide from you. So, only time you will ever see me leave, if Jamal called me and say, they stopped paying the, I started hearing them conversations, the check, I didn't get my $600 lifestyle bonus. Oh, I'm not leaving emotionally. I leave when the team tell me, man, I ain't get that. Hey man, what's up with the Matrix? They not, what did it do? Seriously? Oh, okay. Then we out of here. Right? Then but just to leave because somebody else left? Please, man. That ain't got nothing to do with me. Because when you become a network marketing professional, you can make a living in any network marketing company because you understand the WORK. Spells what?
Work.
You understand that. Where everybody else playing, when you, just, I don't care what company I get to, first 45 days, I'm blacking out. I'm gonna find out this right here is black, it does this, it has the point clicker, I'm telling you, it's absolutely fantastic. There is not another one on planet Earth that does it just like this. I'm telling you, just right now. I'm gonna say this thing, you're gonna swear that this is
magic.
This is it. This is the one. I'm gonna black out. Most people don't black out. Most people do not black out. Most people kind of get in. I lost my mind. I went to bed after doing Comcast all night long. Customers would, my people in Cali was like, man, you fell asleep on my client. People don't believe me. That's how many three-ways I was doing a day. I would literally fall asleep with the phone in my hand. And they'll call me the next day and say, man, you fell asleep, man, on my person. So I had to start trying to do better about that. That's how many we were doing a day. Because I knew I had to become international in 45 days. That's how much I hated my job, and that's what I did. Because I never looked at, I swear on everything I love, if you don't look at nothing else but international executive, if you take national out your mind and just throw it away, if you don't look at nothing else but international will die. That's just how I looked at it. International will die, nothing in between. I don't want to be, don't clap for me on that. I want to be international. Because that's what, I was running against Chennai. You got to remember, I was the only one that came in network marketing that didn't have a team. All the rest of them came from YTV and this company and that company. It was me, a cable guy. And I did not want to graduate with my class. It's like in high school. You started with these people, you want to graduate with them. I don't want to get held back a year. So when Trey and them, I was like, oh no. Right, Sonny?
Yes, sir.
I was like, I refuse to let Jackie Pippin get up here, and she started this day too, and I don't. Who you running against? Somebody slow, and you're gonna be slow. I was running against the fastest people in vacation. Jackie Pippin, Sonic, all of them. They'll tell you. I was coming in there with that Comcast ugly red shirt on. In the meeting. But guess what I had? 10, 15 guests. I signed Sunday Chandler up doing a cable. Everything was vacation. The whole work, everything I did was vacation. I want to know it. Please get the board, write it out, international or die. That's how serious you got to be about getting international. It can't be like celebrating little stuff. Boom, I killed a deer, honey. There's the deer. Got the deer, right? And guess what? You can do it. It's easy. See, when you write it down, the number 15, don't the number 15 seem so small? But we going by the ones and the twos. And I be wanting to tell people so many times when they do a three-way, I gotta be careful. So I be holding back sometimes. You know, I do a three-way with them. And they like, I sure hope she signed up on Thursday, and it's Monday. And I'm like, but let's load the gun. Let's get 15 more maybes in that thing. You need 25 maybes. You need 30, 40, 55 maybes in that thing. But you can't say that there because, you don't want to hurt their heart. But if you just, I be wanting to say, man, you're going by the ones. I was going by the 20s. And that's my words, y'all. I'm not lying. I knew the 10% rule. Talk to 100, get 10. I know that's hard to, but man asked me, was it worth it? Yeah. Because now I have money. And that's the truth. Okay? So that's the key. Was it worth it? So when people tell me, hey man, I hope you're building your life around this one person that's gonna tell you maybe on Thursday. No, man, load that thing up. Right? Does everybody agree with that?
Yes, sir.
And you can't just have one in the game. Because you need 15. Right? You need 15 and 3 of them gotta have 10. And it's right there. So, see, here we go. The top income earners, on the other hand, work their business every single day. Every day. How many days?
Every day.
Every day, y'all. Let's say, after a thorough evaluation of your schedule, you can only devote 10 hours a week to your business. Take a daily planner and block those available time slots. Remember, work isn't filing, checking emails, or surfing the web. Uh-oh. That should have hit somebody. Work isn't filing, checking emails, or surfing the web. Work in MLM is prospecting, presenting, following up, registering new associates, training, and support. Oh man, that's the stuff. See, that's it. Now, I'm 10. My word. Today is the whatever day it is, but I'm already thinking about February. I ain't like this stuff, this day to day, like I'm already February. What my life gonna look like in February? I got to have the Benz. I need that thing in my life. You understand? I'm thinking February. I got 22 different things going on at one time. I got emails that I send out, texts, calls, and then the people I see every day. I'm a walking billboard for vacation. Everybody feel me?
Mm-hmm.
I'm a walking billboard of vacation. Listen, you over there struggling, man. You was up last night booking trips. Not last night? You got it? Oh, you did? Okay. That's the travel rule, y'all. Everybody needs to know that. But listen, so many steps ahead of the average person. That's where you need to be. I already know Derek Payton gonna, because I'm gonna make it happen. Now, what if I leave it up to him? What if I left the ball in this corner? I say, hey man, I'll be in Gulfport in March. You know what's gonna happen? Yeah. That momentum gonna be gone. You got one shot to run with a runner. How many?
One.
You only get one chance. What if I was lazy and said, you know what, man, I don't feel like going to Gulfport. I just left there, and it cost me $700 the last time I went. I got to spend another $7 over here, right? I just spent a couple hundred, $7 in Brooklyn the other day when I was there. Now I got to spend another. What if I was that dude? No, I'm going to Gulfport because I can't leave it up to him. If you're leaving your career in the hands of another person, you're going to be broke in network marketing. I don't trust nobody enough, and I'll say that 1,000 times, to do the right thing. Because this is how I eat. I have to make sure they're doing it, right? So I'm going. Now, once he hit those ranks, then guess what I get to do? Enjoy the fruits of my labor. But right now, I gotta be there. Who? And also, get out of your city. You need a paycheck coming from 52 different cities. You need all kind of paychecks coming in. You need 150 coming from Chicago, 200, 300 coming from New York, 500 coming. You need a team, right? Y'all, let's bleed. You in Athens? What's next to Athens? And then lead over to South Carolina. Then lead from South Carolina to North Carolina. When you recruit a person in North Carolina, immediately put their list together, because everybody in South Carolina knows somebody in North Carolina. Everybody in North Carolina knows somebody in Virginia. Everybody in Virginia knows somebody in DC, Philly, then straight to New York. Next thing you know, you got pockets, right? And you hope they catch fire. Right? So this the part right here. Network marketing isn't filing, checking emails a certain way. One. That's my baby over there. I'm getting her back. I'm getting her back crunk again. She getting back crunk again. MLN is about prospecting, presenting, following up, registering new associates, training, and support. Everybody got it? In the beginning, you should spend 90% of your time on prospecting. How much of your time?
90%.
That's called that's called loading your I forget what they call it. But it's called something. It is called something though. And it will come to me in a minute. It's when you have a bunch of people sitting there, roster prospects, no. When you have a lot of leads sitting there, it's called something. It'll hit me in a little while. But anyway, load that thing up. Pipeline. That's what it's called. Y'all heard that before,
Build a pipeline.
Right? Load that pipeline. So prospecting, that takes me back to the people that call me with one person. They get their whole life to pick, oh God, I need this. See, and then they get devastated when the one person don't sign up. But if you have 75, right? But if you build, oh man, I'm bringing in, oh man, right? And then the dude say, and he go to witness protection. You know they do. They do it to me all the time. I don't even take it personal no more. I'm like, cool, next, right? You can't just have one person loaded. You gotta have lots and lots of stuff going on, guys. When you out and about, kicking it. I'm the nice shoes king. That's why everybody got nice shoes. I don't care what your shoes. Man, those are some nice shoes. Those are some nice shoes. Man, those are some nice shoes. Right? Right, everybody gets nice shoes. Man, I love that shirt. I'm gonna find a way to talk to you about vacation. If you're in because guess what? I'm loading up my what?
Pipeline.
90% of your time, most of us sending out, come on guys. You know when your network marketing is gonna work? When your attraction marketing is gonna work? When they see that car, when they see them trips you go on. But if you spend your whole day shooting people inboxes, you ain't never gonna make it in network marketing. It ain't designed, that ain't the game. And don't listen to Justin Beasley and all them cats been in this game 8-9 years. They got a different reputation than you do. But when you first starting off, you're gonna have to go belly to belly. Okay? And attraction marketing with the Facebook thing works when you go from a apartment to a big house and you throw that on them. Then some people will start paying attention to what you're doing. But you just saying how rich you are, right? Don't stop doing it, but don't let that be the only thing you're doing. Does everybody understand that?
Yes,
Keep on doing it, because I banged it when I first started, and I still do. Y'all see me? I be messing with people. I was traffic today. and stuff like that. I try to mess with people a little bit with the traffic. You know. You know what I'm saying? I shoot my videos when I'm in Cancun, right? Like, this is real hard work. Y'all seen it, right?
Yeah.
But make them calls, talk to people, say hello. I mean, man, I love people. I love the world. Because the whole world is mine. And I can talk to everybody. I don't work for nobody, I work for me. Everybody is a potential person that can be on my team, right? So, 90% of your time is prospecting, presenting, following up, signing up new people as your network builds, okay? Now, you can devote more time to training and support, but never stop prospecting. Never stop what?
Prospecting.
Or your business will what?
Die.
Your business will die. That's why I bring in a new person until I find it. Y'all notice I slowed up just slightly on recruiting because I'm intentional. Because I brought in 15 people in 45 days just to show the team how easy it was. And of the 15, only one of them showed up to see. That goes to show you. I recruited 15 new prospects. 4 of them are booking travel, so I'm cool with that because I'm gonna make, the 69. I'm only caring about the 69, right? Right?
Yeah.
Because we get 1320 on that thing. We want that thing to keep rolling, right? So I don't trip, but I found one good one out of 15. Those the odds, man. And I'm happy as I don't know what. Because in this business, you get rich off 3 people. Now this will be my 4th. Out of 2 years of being in network marketing, I only got 3 good legs. I recruited probably 70 people, and I got 3 good ones, and now my 4th. And I'm happy because we in the 4x7 matrix, right? We're in the 4x7 now, right? I'm saying this to you guys so you can see my eyes. I recruited 15 people. None of them, you seen them. Congratulating. You ever seen them in a success lab? No. Right? It's a wrap. Adios. The ones that book travel, cool. The ones that quit. I'm good with that, right? Now, never stop prospecting or your business will what?
Die.
Good. So now, I'm like, right, what the heck? Okay. So, be consistently persistent. Most network marketers give up too early. Man, they be thinking, well, right? This thing don't work, right? So, I keep going back to it. Now when you got your list, because you can see, you feel good about the 2 people when you write them down. You like, man, I got 2. I'm only 13 away. But on the computer, it look horrible. When you go back there and they show you, you need 3 to be an executive, and it shows you, little stuff. You keep seeing that same old. But when you make your own world, this is my world, Billy Thurston world. This is what my thing looks like. Now, they expect to make $10,000 their first month.
No, you make that up, not like that.
And when they don't, they what?
Quit.
Think about it. Man, sometimes I be wanting to say, man, what's wrong with you? Don't you want to say that? Like, what in the heck is wrong with you? Do you want to be rich? Right? There's some people on my team, when they call me, I just put the phone and I say, yeah. And when they stop talking, I'll be like, that's true. You ever done that? Yeah. I ain't gonna lie. Because when you start there whining, because I could whine too with you. We could both whine. It's tough. But we playing for millions. Right? We're not playing for a couple dollars, we playing for millions. Am I right? So it's tough. It is tough. But when you start, like if that's your whole conversation, I'm down with it one time. We're gonna have that one hard conversation. But the next conversation we have gotta be about, I feel better about this. I feel better, right? I'm glad 10 people told me no. I'm following the system. Because it's supposed to happen, right? Everybody read that book? The Nose? You gotta go through the nose, going through the nose? Everybody read that book? Going through the nose? Okay. But you gotta go through the nose to get to the yeses. But guess what? If you're only getting 2 no's a week, man, you need about 250 no's a week. I'm telling you, man, listen, then it's worth it. Because then guess what? You get to quit your job. And you could really do this, man. Like, I don't have no job, y'all. I ain't worked in 18 months. 18 months. Because I've learned this industry. I'm a network marketer, man. It doesn't matter. Take me to China right now. I don't care where you go. As long as it has a comp plan. As long as it's fair. We can do it. Because if they tell me in China, you got to recruit 15 Chinese, and 3 of them got to have 10, then what I'm going to do?
Learn Chinese.
That's it. I'm going to get that money. I'm getting that money, man. Nothing in the world is going to stop me from becoming international executive. And that's how you need to feel right now. Because when you do, your daughter and your son's life changes instantly. Because you have an additional $3,000 coming into your household. And you get to spread the love. Okay? But it takes time to build an MLM. You're going to have contact with a lot of people, give many presentations, and do a great deal of rejection. What you going to do a great deal of what?
Rejection.
Right? However, it's the person who consistently persists who will succeed. Right? Cut it off. This goes there. That goes there. And this. You know what? We can do it this way. 8 to 1. Okay, there we go. So, there's only 5 of them, guys. We only got 1 more before we take our potato chip break. Almost gonna shoot my stomach. Potato chip. Right? All right. Okay. You're going to have to contact a lot of people, give many presentations. Give how many? Many. Many presentations. And deal with a great deal of rejection. However, it's the person who consistently persists who will succeed. If you're duplicating a successful system, the only thing separating you from success is time. What's the only thing?
Time.
Time. When things are looking dark, keep what?
Going.
Make 1 more.
Call.
Talk with 1 more.
Person.
Follow up 1 more.
Time.
If you're with the right company, you should never give
Up.
because you'll eventually become what?
Successful.
Period. That's it. You'll become successful. They can't tell me no different. I'm sold out on network marketing. It's the greatest industry ever created where you can pay a little bit of nothing and make a whole lot of money on the back end. Make 1 million friends. The advice that made the biggest impact on my success in network marketing was to go out with the idea of making 1 million friends instead of $1 million. You want to make friends, not fans. And that has been working tremendously for me. I'm going out and I'm asking people, you know, what's going on in their lives. You know, so when you prospecting a person and you know, you hit them with the shoe thing and, you know, to get you in or whatever, and then you say, wow, man, you know, so you out shopping for your family? You know, I'm trying to form you. I want to see, because I know if you got a family, you're broke. Right? I know that for a fact. That you trying to figure this thing out if you got a family, because nothing is cheap no more. Right? Grocery store is not cheap. And then don't try to eat right. Right? What costs more, a Big Mac or the salad?
Salad.
That's crazy. Oh, you own McDonald's? Oh, okay.
I didn't know they cost it.
But in McDonald's, the salad costs more than the Big Mac.
I'm buying McDonald's now.
Yeah, but you haven't noticed that. My point is, it's more expensive at the restaurant that we go to, you know, a little local lunch stuff, to get a Big Mac than it is to get a salad. Salad costs more. It's unfortunate. But we found a halal store, a Muslim store, they got all the organic chicken. I'm telling you, go to the halal store, $5 for a whole organic chicken. Yep, $5.99, really. Okay? Now, but make a million friends when you prospecting, and when you're talking to people. Say, wow, man, you know, oh, so you got a family. I know you guys like to travel. They're gonna hit you with, I wish we could.
Mm-hmm.
And that's when you say, oh, really? Right? Don't give it up too fast, you know, don't attack them like, ah! As soon as they say that, they'll be like, man, that's interesting. Get to know them. Wife, kids, mother, you from Chicago, you from Atlanta, you from this, you from that. You know, man, I would love to introduce you to my wife, my girlfriend, my cousin, you know, like, you know, we having to get together, we love, you know, like, you know, get to know them. That's what they're asking you to do, right? You can only be successful in network marketing if you help others become what?
Successful.
So go out and find some new friends who you can help become successful in your business. That's it. That's all they're asking you to do. Find new friends, okay? So forget about your wants and needs and serve these friends instead. Because Derek Payton wants to be international executive. And by default, I'm gonna hit my goal. Right? Which is a good thing, right? Because it comes with a $3,000 raise instantly a month. You go from $2,000 diamond bonus to $5,000 diamond. That's just starting your month off with. Thank you very much. 5 stacks. Man, please. And you think I'm tell me no?
Right.
Tell me no supposed to stop me? Man, please. Okay? So it says very clearly, this is called servant leadership. That's why you'll be there tomorrow too, in Diane thing, at the hair shop.
Mm-hmm.
I don't turn nothing down, wherever you want me to go. Hair shop, Chicken Shack, I mean, we can do, they got a TV. I'll do a presentation anyway.
People.
You know what I'm saying? People and a TV. You got HDMI, that's all I need to know. I'll be there, right? I'm never gonna get to the point where I forget where I came from. I'll do whatever, anywhere, in anybody's living room. Y'all saw me the other day in Cartersville, Georgia, with 4 people. I'll never get to the point where I tell somebody, you know, anybody that wants to work, let's work. That's called servant leadership. You lead by serving those you lead. The more friends you make and serve, the greater your success in network marketing. Right? The 5 principles of success are just the start. I'm sure that your sponsor and upline leaders have their own list, so make sure you ask them how they can become successful. And finally, realize this. It's one thing to have knowledge and a whole different thing to actually do what you learn. So be the doer and watch the business and your income skyrocket. Any questions? Anybody want to? Any questions? Has everybody, that 60-second pitch? Now I'm gonna have Derek Payton on the call tomorrow night. And he has a system called PCL. And it blew me away. Like, I said we're doing a call tomorrow. as soon as he told me that, I was like, man, I'm not gonna even try to explain this the way you just hit me with. This thing is, nobody's floored me before. Like, floored me. Like, the simplicity of what the PCL, I'll tell you, is product, cost, leadership. That's what it stands for. But the way he break it down, that's why he's signing so many people up with this. He took my 60-second pitch. Everybody's been doing a 60-second pitch?
Mm-hmm.
And it's been working, because you're seeing people signing up. People that I ain't never seen signing people up now with the 60-second pitch.
Now, he didn't call it out there.
And shooting that call out there. Huh?
No, she said he just called her out. I said, no, you didn't call her out.
That was you? You been using it? And the call, right?
Yeah.
That call been working. Hey man, they can say it they want. That reference 36, that call, and I can't duplicate it. Like, I've never done a call that good since. I've been trying. Like, hey, just what is good is no. I'm glad we recorded that thing. But that call is working. But this guy, this 60-second pitch that this guy has, the PCL, it was amazing. I was like,
Did you guys record it?
no, we're gonna do a call. It's gonna get recorded. I'm gonna have him do the call. I'm gonna call up, you're gonna get a Preco. And it'll have the time and everything on it tomorrow. We're gonna do it tomorrow. And I wanted to do it Friday, but I know nobody wouldn't have got on because they had to go party and stuff. You know what I'm saying? So we're gonna do it tomorrow night. And it's the way he pitches to people: product, cost, leadership. And he says, this is the reason why you ain't vacation. And he said it's called PCL. And you be like, it was incredible, man. And he said, this is the reason. First of all, the product. And then he said the cost and leadership. Man, this dude, I'm not gonna steal the thunder, but that's what it stands for. It was the most incredible thing I've heard since I've been in there. And it only takes him about a minute and 30 seconds to explain this whole thing. He signed up 3 people in one day using the PCL yesterday. No, it's for us. Yeah, but it's gonna teach you how to do it. And then you can use the call, because once it's recorded, it's ours. That's the good thing about it. Shared property. And it's banging. Because I was like, man, say that again. And I don't be getting drunk, man. I was like, oh man, that's cold. Because I've never had anybody do that. A call that we're gonna record before. And I'm gonna have him do it. Because it's just that good. And it's something about, it's so, PCL is just so simple, you don't forget that. And it makes a person want to sign up.